How's everybody doing? All right. Well, I'm really, really excited to be here. This is my first time doing a TED event as a soloist. And I don't have a lot of time to talk, so I'm going to do most of it with the drumming here. So I'm going to start out with something that I do at a lot of my clinics around the world. All right, so just to give you a little spiel about myself, I'm a little weird. I like to have fun, I like to take a lot of risk, and my whole life is kind of based around improvisation. So what I want to do, instead of bringing out a whole drum set, is to showcase not only the body, but two of my favorite instruments. We have the snare drum, and we have the ride cymbal. And for me, music is my life, you know? It's what has taught me so much about life. I've been able to travel the world, meet many cultures, have discussions with people, and we don't even speak the same language. And for me, I just like to take risks. So I'm going to do an improvised solo on a ride cymbal. course, I went to set my timer to make sure I didn't go over. The joke was, when I got the call from Renee, she said, "How much time do you think you need?" And I said, "You know, I normally do about 1.5 to 2 hours of talking and drumming." And she laughs, and she's like, "How about 8 minutes?" I was like, "Okay, well, I'll try to get it all out when I can." How am I doing on time? Do I have like a minute or two left? The time hasn't even started. That was the longest 8 minutes of my life. Well, for me, I guess, you know, if I'm able to talk a little bit, if I don't bore you guys, I know I'm a drummer, and we're like the butt of every joke that's out there. But for me, everything around me is music. The earliest drum that we know to date is the heartbeat. So we all have internal rhythm. You know, we all have our own mojo, our own flow, our own path that we create. But for me, whether I'm out fishing, fly fishing in the river for salmon and listening to the beautiful changing of the leaves and the wind blowing through them, to being in New York City with the crazy cab drivers and people yelling, it's all music to me. I can barely fall asleep at night with the amount of ideas I get. I do a lot of time of visualizing, practicing, because I haven't had a space to just practice my drums every day because neighbors don't like drum sets. So I started to develop different ideas on, like, what does my zipper sound like, to brushing my teeth, to getting stuck in the shower and flushing the toilet and getting the sinks going. And that's how I drum. I mean, that's how I relieve stress. That's how I connect with other people. And it's been a great challenge to not only make a living as a musician, but to not irritate people. I share this with everybody, but when I was in 2nd grade, my teacher just thought I was crazy ADD, which I am. But she was like, "I cannot control this kid. He's always tapping and he's scatting, he's making these noises and he's air drumming and all this stuff." My parents had to invite her over and show her that down in our basement, there's a little stage built up, and this is where I put on my rock concerts, right? And that's kind of where I started to get my start as a musician, was down in the basement. Family parties would happen and people would come in and people started throwing money at me. And I'm like, this is it. I'm doing it, you know? So I've tried to find a way, you know, we're talking about community and we're talking about, I mean, there's so many amazing things that have been said and done today, and I'm so happy that it's happening here in Muskegon. But this is how I communicate with people. You know, love it or hate it, take it or leave it, whatever you want. This is who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect person, you know, and I'm not even near the person that I want to be as a drummer, but this is what fuels my passion. And I hope that all of you out there have something, whether it's your kids, whether it's sports, whether it's science, I don't care what it is, but feeling good about yourself and feeling good allows you to help other people feel good, right? You guys cool? Are you guys having a good time? Yes. All right. How are we doing on time? Because it's gone now, and I'm just starting to warm up. I mean, come on. Can I do it over? Take 2? What's that? Time's up. I got to get out of here, man. I'm sorry.